Welcome to Soccer Gaming and welcome back to the channel where you'll find helpful guides, builds, and tutorials for MLB The Show 24. And in this episode, we're going to be covering the Season 1, Chapter 2 Team Affinity programs. So if you'd like to watch that, stick around. Just like the first set of Team Affinity programs, this one is broken down between divisions for the AL East, AL Central, AL West, then the other side, the NL East, NL Central, and NL West. So each of these you're going to have to do per division with the players that you get along the way. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to complete these, and as you go up here, you're going to get some packs, you're going to get some unlockables, you're going to get a spring breakout player, which when you open these, just different players in here from the spring breakout 1, 2, or soul series. So you'll be able to select from there. And then you're going to get Ball on his habit pack, and then you're going to start getting the players from the division. So this is AL East, so you're going to start getting AL East players in here, and this is where you're going to choose one of 5 players. You will be able to choose all 5 players once you've completed it, so keep that in mind when you're going through here. You will get all 5 players, so my suggestion when you're going through and picking these is pick players that are going to be able to level you up quicker, and I'll kind of explain that here in a little bit. You're going to keep going. You're going to get another pack there. You're going to get a millionaire pack, which good luck. Hopefully you guys get something good. I never have. You're going to get a normal pack, and then you're going to select your second guy, habit pack, third guy, fourth guy, and fifth guy there. So that's how you're going to go through and complete it. And once you get to 200,000 Team Affinity points, you'll have everything here collected, and it will turn to 100. Now, in order to do this, and this is going to be the same thing for every single division, is you can either exchange the vouchers, which I'll show you here in a second how to get the vouchers. You can do the repeatable missions. You could do multiplayer missions, single player missions. You can exchange players, which I would never suggest doing. The AL East Extreme Moment, which you're going to want to complete. Then you're going to want to complete the Showdown, and then you could do March to October as well. And if you're playing March to October, then do it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, you can get the points that way. As far as points per how long you've played, March to October is no longer worth spending your time playing because you can get so many more XP from these repeatable missions and everything. You can get those so much quicker than playing March to October, which can take you about 10 hours to complete one of these, and then you're not going to get that many points. I think 75,000 or something like that. I don't remember what they said it was, but anyway, going into it, yeah, even if you do it on All-Star, you're getting, it says average 80,000. It's not 80,000. You don't get 80,000. You get maybe 70. So that being said, really not worth at this point to do March to October. I guess if you're really good and you're doing it on Legend, you're going to get 80, 90,000 maybe from this. If you can win the World Series, then go ahead and do it. But if you're not playing on Legend and can win all those games, then it's really not worth your time. So all of them are going to be able to do this in, and I'll kind of break down each of them individually. But first I want to start off with what you should be doing first. So all of these have an Extreme Showdown Final Boss, and then all of them have the moments as well. You're going to want to do the moments. You're going to want to do the Showdown basically first. That's going to set you up in a good position with Team Affinity points. So if you look first and you see this, it says you hit a home run in the first plate appearance on a Hall of Fame. Once you do that, you get 10,000 Team Affinity points, and that means up here you're going to unlock this pack, you're going to unlock the unlockables pack, you're going to unlock this pack, and then you're going to get this unlockables pack. So you're already going to start off with 4 packs here unlocked for you as soon as you complete that. Then there is the Showdown, which again, you don't have to have players in this to be able to play this. You're going to either click A on this and go to Extreme Showdown, or you're going to back out here and under single player modes, you're going to go to Showdown, and then you're going to find the Team Affinity program that you want. This is Season 1, Chapter 1, so you go here, do that dibble, or you can do Team Affinity Extreme, which is Season 1, Player Chapter 2, which is more extreme. Obviously, you're going to pick players, you're going to go all the way up here, and you have to play all of these and win all of these to get to the last one, which is going to be the extreme part of doing them. And once you complete that, you will get the 20,000 points for it. So if you can complete that as well, that's looking at about 30,000 just starting out. So you're going to get 10,000 from the first thing, then you're going to get all the way up to 30,000. So you're already up here in the Souls or Spring Breakout packs, which will be very helpful. So if you can't do either of these, if you're not able to get either of these done, don't fret, you'll get there. It's not that big a deal. I'm just setting you up for success. If you can do these, you're going to set up with 30,000 Team Affinity points before even playing pretty much anything else here. So once you get those points, or even if you don't get those points, let's break down how you're going to get your points elsewhere. There is the repeatable parallel XP missions, which every 1,000 parallel XP you get with a player for that team. Every time you get to 1,000, you'll get 4,000 Team Affinity points. And then there's the AL, or the bosses, basically. So once you start picking up these bosses and stuff, anytime you get parallel XP with those specific bosses, it counts towards both areas. So you'll get it for the bosses and you'll get it for the teams they're on. Every 1,000 parallel XP you get with the bosses, you're going to get 6,000 Team Affinity. So that being said, that's where I'm saying strategically, it makes sense to try to pick pitchers first, because pitchers usually get more Team Affinity points because you have more control over how long they pitch, and there's a lot of them that they don't get tired in, so you could pitch the same pitcher over and over and over again, which is going to really rack up your Team Affinity points. Whereas if you're looking for players that try to hit home runs, well, maybe you go 3 or 4 games without getting a hit with a player, you're getting like 20 Team Affinity points for just the at-bats or whatever, compared to the hundreds that you get basically guaranteed with the pitchers. So that's my suggestion when you're going through here. Unless there's a guy you really want that you really want to play with, grab them first. However, if you're wanting to just max this out as quickly as possible, then pitchers are going to be what you want to get first, because you're going to be able to get parallel XP and strikeouts with them a lot easier than the hitting missions and the parallel XP for hitters. You could do the multiplayer missions if you like to play multiplayer mode, 1v1 battle royale or events. You can go ahead and do this one as well. Then there's the single player missions that are here, and some of them are repeatable. As you can see, these top ones are repeatable, and then the very bottom one is repeatable. Same thing, if you're going to play and you want to get extra points and you have fast guys on your team, then go ahead and play on All-Star and get stolen bases. I believe, yeah, All-Star difficulty or harder, so you can play up here however you want. But these you have to be on a specific difficulty. So you have to be on Legendary difficulty and hit 3 home runs to get the 10,000 Team Affinity. This one you have to hit 10 hits on Hall of Fame difficulty or higher to get that one, and this one is stolen bases. I think they might either be the same or they're different per every division. I'll look here in a second. But where you're going to get your thing is going to be the repeatable tally 30 strikeouts, the repeatable tally 40 bases, the repeatable tally 25 RBIs, and then the repeatable tally 10 hits with the bosses. Each one of these is different. So as you're playing through here, you can play versus CPU, the mini seasons, or conquest. As you're playing through here, make sure these players are on your roster and you're paying attention to what you need to do with them. So for these, you need 10 hits to get it, and it's repeatable. So every 10 hits with these players on your team, you're going to get 7,500 Team Affinity points. Again, what I said with the pitchers, because 30 strikeouts, you can get what, 3 strikeouts a game. Basically easy. You obviously could get more. You could get 5 or 6 if you push them extra innings, but you could get about 2 or 3 strikeouts every single game. So you're looking at, every 10 games you're getting 10,000 Team Affinity, and that's just playing. If you're playing Conquest and you're only playing 3-inning games, if you do play a 9-inning game versus CPU, you could probably get 10 strikeouts in a game. So you're only playing 3 games against the CPU to get the 10,000 Team Affinity. Same thing with the total bases. If you got guys that are hitting home runs, every time they hit a home run, that's 4 bases. Doubles, that's 2. They end up, any AL East player that gets this ends up racking them up. So it doesn't matter with these, but the last one for the hits, the 10 hits, have to be with the specific bosses of the division. So that being said, that's what you're going to do in it. If you could do these 2 first, go ahead and knock those out. That's 30,000. And then you're going to want to start hitting the repeatable and the multiplayer missions or single player missions, depending on what you like to play more, and just pay attention to what is repeatable. All these missions in here are repeatable, the tasks. These, only the top 3 and the last one are repeatable, so keep that in mind. Once you get stolen bases on All-Star, you can't continuously get this. You only get to 5,000 once, and then you cannot repeat that on there. Same thing with all these divisions. I believe that the single player missions are pretty much the same. Yeah, the single player missions are the same for every one: home runs, hits, and stolen bases. So keep that in mind when you're going through, whether you want to attack just one at a time or if you want to try and knock out all of them that you can. Now, one thing to mention in the showdown is once you go to the showdown here and complete it, I believe once you complete this, it's all, yes, says at the bottom, turn Team Affinity and all Team Affinity Season 1 Chapter 2 programs. So once you complete this, you will get 20,000 Team Affinity points for every single division. So all 6 divisions in Season 1 Chapter 2, you will get 20,000 Team Affinity, which is huge. That's why I'm saying you need to try to do this. And if you can't, don't spend too much time on it. If you've done it and you're not even close to being able to get to the last one of versus Dibble, if you can't even get there, then maybe try it one more time. If you can't get there again, then just go ahead. Your time is spent else trying to do the repeatable the repeatable Team Affinity with like the hits and the strikeouts and stuff. If you can get there, I would try to get there because it's a huge boost in every single division on Team Affinity. Same thing with this one, face off against Mick Abel or the closer Rob Dibble in a final showdown to earn 4 Season 1 Chapter 2 vouchers. These are going to be those vouchers I told you about. Once you complete these, you will get what, 5? Is it 5 vouchers? How many vouchers do you get? I don't remember. Let me look. Yeah, it looks like I guess you only get 1 voucher in this. The other one, you got multiple vouchers. I'm not sure if that's just not lining up or what it is. But anyways, you're going to get vouchers, and those are going to be the vouchers when you come into Team Affinity here. You exchange the vouchers here. You'll go here. You'll select that voucher. You'll lock it in, and you'll get the points corresponding to the right side there. So that's how you're going to complete this. That's how you're going to get it done. Each one is 200,000 Team Affinity points, and these are 93s. I believe the last ones were 88s, I want to say. So these are upgrades compared to what you had before. So go ahead and get these done as quickly as possible if you need some upgrades in certain positions. Again, another thing is you want to probably pick the pitchers first if you're looking to maximize how quickly you can get this done, because the pitchers are going to give you a lot more on the repeatable and the parallel XP than the hitters will. And then also you're going to stack these up quicker, so you're going to be able to get those hitters into your team, and it's going to compound even faster and faster. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, comment them down below. I read every single comment on every single video, and I will do my best to answer those questions as quickly as possible. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, feel free to hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss the rest of the MLB 24 content coming out very soon. Till next time, Slacker out.